So it's useful to think of an analogy like a circuit. So like when you're making it, when you're connecting two things, you want to be intentionally connecting those two things in a skillful and a proper manner. And because everything is kind of fractal and self-similar, everything's kind of operating from the same rules and the same principles deep down. So if you can reach those rules and those principles in anything, then you can use that contact to energize your exploration of something else. Like that's what an analogy is. You're comparing two things, but what you're really trying to do is to extract what is similar between those two things and believe that. So the reason that the analogy works is because there's a connection between the two phenomenon, and the connection is real. And so then the analogy works because you're making lawful, proper connections. If you do that enough between enough things, and you get like a deeper and deeper understanding, then that terrain between the things becomes the primary belief, or the location from which you would think on that topic. And that's reflected in a sort of mastery in whatever discipline or in whatever field. Like a person has, pursued and attained X number of skills. Like if you wanted to break it down into soccer, it's like the dribbling and the running and the balance and the whatever thing you could do in soccer. It's like the person that has tied all those things together, the teamwork and that's the Geist, or the gist, or like the full picture. So the analogical thinking is the doorway into that. That's symbolic thinking, mythological thinking. It's like truly deeply scientific thinking. And when guys riff on it, like if somebody gets into the flow, it's the same as dancing, right? There's normal movement and then there's dance movement. Like when somebody's dancing, what's different? They're still just moving. So why does it look different? Like why does body popping look the way it does? Why does whatever movement pattern look the way it does? And why do some of them look special? What are they doing that makes that movement like more movement than other movement? And so that's what's going on with analogies, is that it's thought. Like it's when you properly connect things together, when you properly see the relationship between things, it's thought. It's the same as understanding the thing. But when you understand the thing's relationship, it's the equivalent of like, it's that thought is now in a dynamic movement or in a dynamic relationship. Which I think works as the definition of like dance, is that there's a conscious relationship with the entirety of the body. So it looks like the person is dancing or interacting. You're seeing the interaction rather than the person. Even if it's just with themselves, you're seeing a mind-body interaction. And so that's the dance is more movement than movement, is the way that analogy is more true than true. Like when you find a symbol that stands for like a generalized phenomenon, or you see, like an analogy between multiple things, you see that the analogy is more true than the things. All right.